We've got a very,
Very special.
very special guest in the building. Again, we were supposed to have the homie Trick. Hopefully, in the future, we'll be able to sort out Trick. Shouts out Trick.
Shout out to Trick.
But shouts out to this individual for coming through as well. It's been interesting because this woman was doing stuff solo, and then we've been able to see her actually link up with a whole squad. And just this past Tuesday, we're going to talk about it, she got her hit back. She took out Roxanne Perez. Not only is she known as one part of Metaphor, but it's the Boujee Bulyl and one of the competitors in the women's Iron Survivor Challenge that's going down next month at NXT Deadline. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have the one and only Lash Legend in the building. Lash, thank you for joining us.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Oh no doubt. Let's get this properly set off.
We're doing a summer jam spring.
Nah, for real. Yeah, we got to make sure that you're right and proper.
No, you look good. You look good.
Yeah.
Thank
how you doing tonight? How you living? How you feeling after Tuesday?
I feel great. Shoot. I'm feeling real good.
Talk about. I mean, it was interesting because I feel like it had been a minute since we'd seen Lash specifically on NXT in singles competition. You know, you were doing your thing, and then when you came back, it was as part of Metaphor, and it was cool to see you actually go from, you know, a lot of the tag stuff you've been doing with Jakara to getting back in, and again, getting that match with Roxanne, because I was looking back and I forgot she beat you last May in the last tournament. Facts. And now you got that hit back. So, you know, how did that feel?
Back.
Was that on your mind?
Of course. I mean, I think it's awesome that you remember that, because I sure did. That was my mindset going in. Like, this little pipsqueak beat me last year. Bless her heart. I think, you know, she had a great title reign, but at the end of the day, it was my time. It was time for me to lash out, is what I always say. So yeah, I was definitely ready to get my lick back on Roxanne Perez, and I did just that.
Now, how do you feel about going into? Because I mean, you know, that sets you up for an even bigger challenge. We're talking about the Iron Survivor Challenge, and our Tiffany Stratton. We saw what she could do. Mm-hmm. Blair Davenport's in there already, and I think there's a couple more spots. How are you feeling about the competition that you're about to be facing soon?
Oh, I'm ready for it. I've been ready for it. I was just waiting on my opportunity, and now it's here. I took advantage of the opportunity that I got this past Tuesday, and I'm ready to show up and show out at Deadline. I think it'll be an exciting, not only venue, but an exciting match. You know, the other matches I'm pretty sure will be really good. The qualifying matches. Whoever the other girls are, whoever they may be, I think regardless, this NXT women's roster is popping right now. Okay. I think there's a lot of great, talented women that are ready to prove themselves, just like I'm doing. So whoever the total 5 may be, we're going to bring it, and it's going to be good.
Lash said she see all y'all. She waiting for all y'all. Don't matter. Just put anybody, line them up.
Well, how would you feel if your opponent ends up being your partner? If it ends up being, how would that go?
You talking about Jakara?
Yes, and are you prepared to? If that were to happen, are you prepared for that?
You know, that's my girl. Jakara is a great person. Like, she truly is. That's my bestie. But honestly, I think we would be very strategic at first. But if it comes down to me or her, shoot, I'm gonna take it all.
Well, you're gonna clean up,
girl. But I mean, how me? Okay.
Friends. What friends?
No, well,
no friends in the ring for real.
God bless.
But I mean, talk about that side though, because again, I mean, Metaphor. I was watching a couple of y'all clips. You know, y'all did a whole. Y'all was the Scooby Doo gang for a minute. But I mean, it's like y'all have a lot of fun. It's cool to see y'all do like y'all the Matrix Squad. You know, I want like whose idea? Who's the one coming up with these crazy, you know, concepts and idea and gimmicks for y'all every week?
We all are very creative, like with how we think. So we all are coming with different ideas, different themes. When we're in the Meta Lounge, you obviously see that we went hard in that. It was just good and fun. We were ready to see whoever was gonna win that Heritage Cup Challenge tournament. So while we were there, we were like, hey, let's go ahead and show up and show out too. While we waiting and while we watching. So that's what we did. But it was honestly a collective, like it was just all of our different minds coming together, figuring out like what we all would want to, do that week.
Is that a situation where you guys are? I mean, you're being creative, but there's also situations where you've got Noam with the Heritage Cup, like you mentioned. Are you gaining knowledge from him for pro wrestling? Are you guys having those types of conversations as well? What's your what are y'all riding cars together? What are those conversations like?
Well, yes, of course. I mean, obviously we're a group and we do way more than what you just see on TV.
Right.
I think that, Noam is he's just so experienced. He's young, but he's so experienced. Matter of fact, we were at Main Event, was it last Monday? And up at Raw, I think we were we were outside of Pittsburgh, I believe. Somewhere. Mm-hmm. We were somewhere over there. I can't remember exactly, but we were just like all excited and we all got to ride together. That's what you asked. Mm-hmm. And we were just picking at Noam's brain. Like, obviously we always are together, but I feel like that road trip was a little different because obviously we came in there with the purpose, with the mission, to show up and show out up there at Raw, doing Main Event. But it's just crazy how experienced he is and how much knowledge he has. Like I said, he's young, but he's probably been wrestling over 15 years, probably even longer. I think he said he first started when he was like 14, 15, maybe even 13. So just to have somebody like him in our group, we all take heed to just the different things that he comes up with, and he's very wise. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's what we're all grateful for. I think Aura, I call him Aura. His name is Oro, but I call him Aura. He also brings a different perspective to the group as well. And then me and Jakar are very similar, but also from two different sides of the country. So we just all have our own different dynamic, but we're all very similar. We all have similarities, I will say. Yeah. And we all have star power, and that's why we're brought together, metaphor.
Well, it works.
It's dope that you talk about kind of learning from each other, like being coachable and kind of being new in something like this. What, like listening to folks like Noam, to learn, like how do you make yourself coachable and how do you push yourself to get better?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think in life, like it doesn't matter if you're wrestling, if you're in a sport, not in a sport. I just think in life, that's a great quality to have. Just being coachable, to help people want to be around you as well. But I think that with Noam, like we all just know we're like, yeah, we trust you. He's earned our trust. So anything that he says, we're like, okay, let's sit down, let's listen to what he's saying, let's see why he's saying this, and just whatever it is. But I do think in general, just being coachable is a great quality to have.
How was that going with the coaching thing? How was the transition from playing basketball to wrestling?
Yeah, I think I learned a lot of great things in my background that is definitely helping me out in my new profession. Mm-hmm. Obviously, so I played for Texas A&M 3 years, and then I transferred to Mississippi State, got my master's there. And both programs, it's funny because both the coaches coached together in separate programs, like before my time. Oh, wow. So I definitely had a specific style of play and the style of coaching that I really liked. And I feel like for sure, if you weren't coachable, you weren't going to be on the teams. You weren't going to be in the programs that I was in. I'll say that. And if you were, then you're probably going to get booted eventually. So that's just like one of the qualities that the programs that I wanted to be a part of was like very important. And, you know, I got championships. It matters. And then I got drafted to Seattle Storm. I was under Sue Bird, freaking legend. Stewart, a freaking legend, MVP. Like, so many great women and all-stars. Like, that is a quality you have to have. That's something you can't just go to the top without having, you know. And if you get there without having that quality, you probably won't be there long. So
you won't be there long. Right,
yep.
right. So you saying you're the best hooper in NXT?
Of course.
Oh, okay.
No. Not just NXT and WWE. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. I keep a basketball in my trunk. So
I was gonna say, do y'all y'all run any games?
Everybody's scared. Okay.
I would be too.
I'm for real.
So it's actually a really dope time in women's basketball specifically. They just, I mean, they're doing numbers that people would never have imagined, maybe even 3 or 4 or 5 years ago. Where does it I guess inspire you seeing that to maybe work some basketball into what it is you do on TV?
That's a good question. Well, I will say, first of all, I'm so proud of how women's basketball is just evolving. Like you said, like it's this past Final Four. Matter of fact, the NCAA Women's Championship had more than the NBA final. So, you know, that's historic in itself. But I do think that for me, I think that just my movements in the ring, a lot of stuff that I do, my footwork reminds me of like just things that I did in basketball. But per se, as me like doing a three and stuff, I don't think I necessarily do that in the ring, like throwing up, you know. But I do think literally my footwork is what is carrying over. I think that's the biggest thing. My passion, my attitude. This attitude has been a thing. So
when you talk about footwork, are you referring to when you gave Lions that big boot?
Facts.
That is, yes.
Oh, okay. That was my next question.
I think footwork is the name of the episode.
Footwork may need to be the name of the episode.
And being a bully too. Hello, Boujee Bulyl. I was a bully on the court. It's just carrying over.
We like it.
Yep.
No, big facts. Super fat. What is? Because we talk about, you know, incorporating basketball, and I think there's situations where on the track that NXT is on right now, literally, things could be looking different for Lash Legend this next fall, because NXT's hitting the CW in October. That news just hit last week, and I was wondering, what are you like? And someone who's on the brand, someone who's on the show regularly, what was your immediate reaction when you heard that went down and you're going to be on CW next year?
I think my first words were like, "Oh snap, okay, like what's up?" That's awesome. I think. I mean, I don't want to speak for everybody, but I just know a lot of my coworkers, they're all really excited about it. Like, I haven't heard anything negative about it. So we're all looking forward to it. It should be awesome. Anybody, I don't want to say scared, but like, what's the, because that's a way bigger stage. I mean, is that anxiety, you know, like what's that adrenaline feeling like? Want it. Shoot. Well, I want it. I'll speak for myself now. I want it. Okay. We would love to have that bigger stage. Absolutely. I mean, we all trying to make it to the main roster anyway. I hope that's the goal. So, and that's the bigger stage. So why not want to go to, you know, CW?
Indeed. So you mentioned going to main event. What is the biggest difference between what you see weekly at NXT and then when you get a chance to go around the main roster? What's the expectation for yourself, and what do you see differently that you know you have to work for?
I think me on a personal level, I think I'm very comfortable with being like uncomfortable. And I feel like going up there, I wasn't uncomfortable, if that makes sense. Like, it's a new environment. I think I was so just happy and grateful for that opportunity. So I was just taking heed to the whole experience. And I loved it. But what was your question again? Because I'm trying to understand. Like,
just
like for me, I was so appreciative. Like I was ready for it.
Right. I mean, what do you see differently when you're at a Raw or Smack? You know what I mean? In those, what are you seeing different, compared to what you see every week?
Well, obviously there are superstars who've been in the business way longer than a lot of people at NXT, and they have done amazing things up there. So I think that everybody is very focused, very serious. They know exactly, who they are and what they're doing. And I think that's very inspiring to see. I feel that way about myself though. So I think that's why I was comfortable, but I'm just ready to get up there. I honestly am. But I feel like you do see a little difference just as far as how people carry themselves. I think that's a really big thing. But I'm ready for it.
I like that. Uncomfortable with being uncomfortable. What is there any situations in particular where you were like, damn, I really wasn't expecting to be this far out here as a superstar? Anything you could talk about?
Not necessarily. I think it's just more so the unknown, not knowing exactly what to expect. I think that's the part that could per se be perceived as uncomfortable. But I think that's really just the unknown. That's the really only thing that I could say as far as uncomfortable.
Right. No, that makes sense. I was wondering again. I was excited to see you on NXT in a singles match this week because a lot of us have been waiting to see you get back and kill it. Is it been weird? Like you've been on this a certain track with a group. Has it been weird to try and are you like having to recalibrate your mind to get onto the singles track? Is that even a concern to you right now? Like, because it seems like you're trying to attack everything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not limiting myself for sure. That's for sure. And also we have live events. Those aren't televised, but they're local live events that we have every other weekend. I'm working on almost all of them. So it's not just always a singles. I mean, it's not just always a tag or, with the whole group. They may be there, of course, supporting each other. We always support each other. But, I've been continuing to do singles matches, singles runs, even though it may not have been seen on TV. So that answers your question.
No, indeed. It's good to see. No, again, because I think a lot of us have been being able to see it. You know what I mean? Like, being able to see it on TV. And again, being able to see Lash get that lick back is I
ain't done yet, okay?
I hope not, because being able to see this and be like, nah, yeah, she needed to get that. No, she deserved that. She deserved that.
She earned it.
Earned that. Jesus.
Tell him.
Did Roxanne hit you back like, I'm sorry. You ain't had to do me like that.
Well, she was running from me after the match, and I just get it.
Well, it's funny because now she ain't even talking about Lash. She said, "Nah, I need Miss James. I ain't even worried about Lash. Where you at? Which is funny to me. But are you you could potentially be the number one contender for that title in a very short amount of time.
Hello, yeah.
Are you? I mean, that's a lot of responsibility. I mean, that's going to be a lot of odds. Becky Lynch was just holding that title. Are you? How prepared are you for that? It's not just making sure that you're physically ready, but you got to be looking here, you got to be looking there, you got to be looking all around.
Absolutely. I mean, now, anytime you have a title, a lot of responsibility comes with that as well. And Becky she definitely held it down. I think she represented NXT and of course WWE so well, and it was so good to be able to just see her work, have her come down in the locker room. I think she's a wonderful, wonderful person, and I think we all learned something. That NXT women's locker room all learned something when she had that title. But I saw how she carried it, and I'm ready to carry it too. So what's up?
I love that,
Lyra.
Talk to him. What is Lash Legend getting into outside of the pro wrestling? Sir? What are you doing at home when you're not around here?
Well, I be whipping up in the kitchen. Okay, I'm so glad.
Hold on. That was my question.
Okay, that's like, I love to eat. Okay, so I just feel like if you love to eat, you gotta know how to cook.
See, he's excited right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
excited.
now I see him over there like, ooh.
Well, because the calendar's hitting a very important holiday very soon. So
yeah,
the past few holidays, I've made everything all by myself.
that's all you.
Yep.
What is your specialty, or what
I
dish?
know. I feel
would
like
you
I
be-
get this question asked a lot, but like,
Really? What dish are you bringing to Thanksgiving dinner? That's yours.
I will make everything. Like,
No,
that's
I'm
usually how it is.
one dish.
What's the one you know when it hits
Don't
that
say
plate?
gravy. Don't say gravy.
Don't say gravy is very funny.
Gravy.
Yeah.
Even though my gravy is good, but
Yeah, you
I'm
got it.
just go ahead and say the dressing. Like, oh my goodness, my dressing is so good, and not everybody can make dressing stuff and whatever you want to call it. But no, mine is a process, and it's filled with a lot of love and a lot of ingredients. And some people who don't like dressing or stuffing, again, whatever you want to call it, anytime they have mine, they're like, "Oh my goodness, this is so good," and they coming back to say, "I'm for real." Like, you got to put.
Can you FedEx me a?
You said we need a bowl, a little Tupperware.
It's gonna be gone in an hour. It's gonna be gone.
Okay.
So, all right, here's the real important question come next Thursday, right? Is how do you keep the bird from drying out? Because if you nice, you never serving the dry bird.
Nah. Okay.
Yeah, I want to hear this.
It's different ways that I've made it. I made like a Cajun turkey.
Oh wow.
I've even done a fried one, which that one I ain't gonna lie, that one was challenging.
I hear that's difficult.
Yeah, the fried one wasn't my favorite. But I mean, I can't really tell you my recipes.
Oh,
you
bought it.
Like, I don't tell my recipes. I'm not gonna do it.
You got it for Popeye.
Hey, let me
no.
Hey, let me give the folks a cheat code.
With that fried one, I should have just went to
Hey, listen, the cheat code for not a dry bird, butcher that bird before you cook it. It cook faster and slower. So you don't dry the bird out. Yeah, so you cut the legs off.
Yeah.
I mean, do all that before you cook the turkey, and then cook that.
There ain't no secret.
I know. I'm like,
the South. You know what it is.
You had a secret sauce or something.
Now this.
I can't give everything up.
So
sauce. I got my own sauce. Okay.
God bless. God bless. So this is my last question. And
all right. Let's make it good.
We rolling off of that though. We rolling off of cooking. And I wanted to know if we are ever in Atlanta. What is the one place that we need to stop and get a good meal? The one place. Oh, you about to make somebody's night.
Well, because there's so many spots on there.
I know,
soul food.
One.
Soul food.
Okay, since we already talked about Atlanta in restaurants, did y'all hear about Old Lady Gang restaurant?
Yes, yeah, with Keith Lee, the TikTok Keith Lee, yeah.
Have y'all been? I honestly never been.
Oh no,
I never been to Old Lady Gang,
so we won't be going.
But that just came across my mind. Honestly, so I'm not a picky eater. Like, I'll eat everything, but now in my adult life, like, I choose things because of health reasons. You know, we want to eat good and healthy, so I don't eat pork anymore.
That's not us.
Oh man. Hold up.
I don't know.
What?
I really can't, I can't pick one.
So let's say
Head area or like Midtown area. I'm just trying to think about different restaurants that I go to. And honestly too, like, I'm in Orlando a lot more now. I was born and raised in Atlanta, but when I turned 18 and went to college, like, I was done. So now I just visit there a lot, like, but a lot has changed. Is my life. Okay.
So now you strictly smoothie. So give us a good smoothie.
Yeah, what's the smoothie recipe?
I ain't no vegan.
He want to know. That's the real question. He want to
green drink. Where can we get a good green juice?
You know what? I'm gonna give you a list. Okay, not right
Okay.
now, but
Okay.
I'll
We'll
send
take
y'all a list
We'll take it.
of some good places to hit up. Okay,
We'll take it.
because y'all got my brain going. I'm like,
Nah, we're gonna need it. We're gonna need Lash's picks for
All
real,
right,
for
so
real.
So this is my legit last
Your
question.
real last question.
My cousin on the bottom. This is my cousin, brother fam.
Down there.
If we want him to get some great lashes,
nah.
who do we?
Because I can fight.
Who we gonna?
Because you can what?
He said
No,
he could fight.
I'm telling my cousin, I can fight. Don't you?
If we want to get him a set of lashes, who can we go to?
Who gonna hook him up?
I usually make my own lashes. Like I usually put my own little razzle dazzle on my lashes. I don't know if y'all can tell.
I'm about to say I could see it.
Yeah,
It's
that
blinging.
works. That works.
These
So
actually go in the dark too.
Damn, you see?
When you FedEx that plate, send some lashes up.
Send the lash.
So I can, you know what? I will send you some. I will make you some lashes.
Thank
How about
you,
that?
thank you, Miss Legend.
That's amazing. Would you? I don't.
She can't be around for my response. I don't want her.
I don't know if we can do
Y'all
it.
said it.
I don't think we can top that. Lash, thank you very much for coming through. Good luck. I know you don't need it. I saw what you did on Tuesday.
I'm grateful. Thank you.
Greatly appreciate you. Good to see you doing what you do, Lash. Thank you for coming by.
Thanks for let's do it again.
Say less. We're gonna have to schedule it.
Okay, where y'all from? Y'all need to give me a restaurant. How about that? From wherever y'all from.
Oh, that's what you want to do?
How about
that's a layup. Go and get you a crab cake from G&M's next time you in Maryland.
Yeah.
G&M's. And I love crab cake, so I will do that.
Damn, you said you don't eat pork. I was totally gonna say if you in Jersey, because the one Jersey meal is like a pork roll, egg, and cheese. That is the breakfast sandwich.
It sounds so good.
It don't.
No, you gotta put the 3 slits in it.
Fried up. Yeah. No, yeah, it's perfect. It's
pork roll.
But yeah, I can't.
Pork roll. If you eat sausage, egg, and cheese, that'll work as well too. It gets you a good breakfast sandwich in Jersey. And we got some people call the pork roll tail and ham, but we don't acknowledge that at all. Lash, thank you very much for coming through. Really appreciate you. And we will be seeing you very soon.
Yes, you will.